Hello everyone, this is Rudy and I'm coming to you once again, sharing with you my journey towards bringing my A1c down from 10.2 to 6.4. In today's video, I want to share with you some of the stuff that I use on a daily basis, like the food that I eat, and some of them is not necessarily for blood sugar control, but it's for a healthy lifestyle. And also it doesn't spike my blood sugar too much. So I'm going to be sharing with you some of those. One of the first thing I'm going to share with you is the kind of a rice that I cook. Now, um, a lot of diabetics shy away from rice, and rightfully so too, because it's so high in carbohydrates and it can spike your blood sugar. Of course, there are some tricks and hacks that you can do, the way you cook it and all of that, so you can mitigate the spike in um, in any potential blood sugar rise when you're cooking your rice, like adding extra virgin coconut oil to it, cooling and reheating afterwards, maybe adding a little vinegar, a little bit of apple cider vinegar over it, and some of those things that a lot of people on the internet talking about, and which are facts by the way, because it's been proven by science that those things do work. But sometimes you still get a spike. So I'm going to share with you today. One of the first things I'm going to share with you is a kind of a rice. So I'm going to turn this this camera around here, and this rice here, the brand is Parliament, and you see it says low GI. That's low glycemic index. It's actually less than 55, which means it is low on the glycemic index scale, which means it does not spike your blood sugar. Now, this is a very, very good rice that I found at the Indian store and Mediterranean store and so on. I'm not sure if in countries like Guyana, if you would be able to get this here, but this is a real super product. You soak it, you soak it for about 4 to 5 minutes, um, and then you cook it for 15 minutes. Cook it however you want to cook it. So now, even though this is low glycemic index and sort of good for diabetic people, I still follow all the other protocols. Like I would add a little bit of the extra virgin coconut oil and still cool and reheat, so that when I'm eating my rice now, I eat with a little bit of a confidence that it's really not going to spike my blood sugar in any significant way at all. So for all of you who love your rice, and it's very hard to kind of like stay away from foods that you're accustomed eating since generations, and this has been part of our staple. So it's very hard now to come off of it. Sometimes when you don't eat the things that you're accustomed to eat, it feels as if you haven't eaten anything. If some people say go on a carnivore diet and go on this diet and that diet, sometimes it just doesn't work. Anyways, this other product I want to share with you is Carb spaghetti pasta. This also is a very, very good product. I don't know if you can get this in Guyana, but you can get it on Amazon for sure. This kind of a pasta here. It has 55% less net carbs. It's high in protein and high in fiber. And it only has 110 calories. So if you want to make your chow mein, or your pasta, stuff like that, this is a good choice to use. Another product I want to share with you is this kind of an oatmeal here. This is the steel cut oatmeal. This you can get on Amazon as well. Oh, by the way, I'm not advertising any product and I'm not selling any product. I'm just simply sharing with you what I use. That's all it is. So, you can buy from wherever you want, but I'm just showing you, you can get your own brands as well too, you know. So this Irish oatmeal here, this is a steel cut. This one you have to boil it for about maybe 15 minutes. And this is very high in fiber, and this will not spike your blood sugar. And this is also very, very healthy for you. It gives you lots of energy and so on to get through your day. Then I have this here is organic hulled barley. So it's not your regular barley. You know how you have brown rice and white rice and so on? Well, this barley is like the hulled barley. It is like the original one, the one that would really rich in fiber and all the other healthy ingredients in it. Also, this will not spike your blood sugar. You want to make a nice barley soup or something like that, that's the kind that I would use. There's another oats that I use. This is all over. This is rolled oats. This is not your regular Quaker oats. This is the old-fashioned rolled oats. Now these here, you have to cook them. The ones that are instant, where you just pour hot water over it or something like that, those are not the healthiest choice. But these rolled oats, it has to be cooked for about between 5 to 10 minutes, and very, very rich in fiber. It helps with your cholesterol levels and so on. Now, like I said, these are not necessarily foods for blood sugar control. However, they are very good for overall health, and it wouldn't spike your blood sugar. Those are some of the foods basically that I would eat. Like I said, I try not to be overly strict and you can't eat this and you can't eat that. And so I go seeking out these things and I read up about them, and I try to get as much information as I can, and I check the glycemic index. Anything 55 and under, you're okay to eat. And of course, you got to watch your portion sizes too. So even though the rice is low glycemic index and it's for diabetic people, still you want to watch your portion sizes. Okay? And same thing with the oatmeal, same thing with pasta. And especially there are a lot of good pasta made with chana, chickpeas. There's some that is made with split peas, if you can find those, and it's okay, but for me, it doesn't give the same taste like a regular pasta, you know. This one tastes just like pasta, but it's loaded with fiber. It has a lot of fiber inside and a lot of protein. So it's 16 gram net carbs, 24 grams of fiber. That's in the pasta that I showed you earlier. So this is really good for you. So those are some of the things that I use from time to time, not on a daily basis, obviously. So if I want to make a nice soup, and I want to add a barley in it, I will choose this kind of a barley, the hulled barley, organic hulled barley. Of course, when I cook my rice, that's my rice of choice. Oatmeal is between the steel cut and the rolled oats. Actually, I make a shake, right? Since I was in Guyana, I used to make the shake. So I would get like about half cup of the rolled oats. You don't want steel cut oats for this one. You get half cup of the rolled oats. You get maybe a cup of milk and 1 scoop of protein powder and 1 scoop of natural peanut butter And if you get dates, you can add like 2 dates or maybe a handful of raisins. And yes, I blend them together. It's so rich in protein. It has some carbs inside, but the carbs, there's a lot of fiber there to mitigate the potential blood sugar spikes. That's very, very, if you use that, that's like an entire meal for the entire day. Um, so those are some of the things that I do to able to stay in control of my health and stay like one step ahead of this diabetic condition. And so that's simply what I'm sharing with you today. Like I said, I'm not selling anything. I'm not telling you what to buy, but I'm just showing you what I use since I got my result that my A1c was that high. These are some of the things that I was using on a daily basis, um, differently, and was able to bring down my blood sugar to my A1c levels rather to 6.4, and I know it's going down further and further. So this will be all for now for this video. Until next time, please like, share, subscribe, so we can get many people learning. I follow a lot of other influencers who are talking about diabetic stuff, and I notice I'm getting a lot of followers too from other people who are much, much more educated than I am, in terms of many of them are doctors and scientists and so on. I'm getting a few follows now from such people, and I'm happy about that. So maybe you can share this around, and let's just follow each other and see what we're up to and see how we're going and stay in touch. Anyways, God bless. Take care. Until next time.